Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hi everyone, I'm Mike.
And I'm Sam.
And we are back in part C of our wonderful look at convenience store English and convenience store services. We bought some snacks, I think, yesterday.
Yes.
But really, we were looking at how to add value to your Easy card or other things like that. And of course, in day one, we collected a package. Now, I have collected exactly one package from a convenience store. I did it this week, and I was very proud of myself. I took my phone number, I told them I got my package. It was so convenient and great. And I use cash. Generally, I add value to my Easy card at the MRT station using the machine. So that a little bit. I know you're the same with me. You use cash mostly.
Yes, I mostly use cash.
But today, part C, now this is something I do probably at least once a month. This is the one I probably do the most, paying bills.
Yes.
It's a wonderful way to do it. You
Yes.
don't have to go to the phone company office or the bank or the water company. You could do it all at the convenience store.
Yes, this was another very shocking thing for me.
You said that, yes.
Because I did not know that this was possible. And so the very first time that I had a bill when I lived here, and I was like, what do I do with this? Where do I go?
Where's the phone office? Where do I go? How do I do this?
And
someone said?
Yep, my friends were just like, just go to the 7-Eleven.
Family Mart, 7-Eleven, High Life.
What? And it's so easy.
Did you believe them?
No,
You thought they were joking.
I really did. I thought they were just trying to play a joke on me. And I was like, no, I've got to get to this office between these hours and I'm going to have to figure out where it is. And so then like, no, seriously, just go. And then scanned it, beep, pay the money, done. Forget about it. Stamp it.
That is a very good tip. Even though companies like 7-Eleven are from America, they have 7-Elevens there. Many of the things you can do here at the 7-Eleven, you can't do there. So if you're traveling in America, living there, studying in America, you won't be able to do things like pay your bills at the 7-Eleven. So do check out the differences if you're ever living outside of Taiwan. I think maybe Japan, maybe Korea, they have very convenient things like this, but it is special. And most other places in the world, the convenience store is really good for candy, drinks, potato chips, snacks. That's about all. So yes, definitely check that out. And also enjoy Taiwan because we can pay our bills at the convenience store and so much more. Let's check out what's going to happen today. Diane is taking care of her bills.
Hi. My friend told me that I could pay my bills here.
That's correct. Just hand them to me and I'll scan their barcodes.
This one is my gas bill. And this one is for my credit card.
All right, everyone, we are still looking at convenience store English, and now we are at part C, and we are paying bills. So we have two characters again. This time we have Diane along with the clerk. So we've always had a clerk every time because, again, that is the person who works at the store. So Diane is taking care of her bills, and taking care in this way means to pay them, to make sure that they are all filled out and paid on time and done. So that is her taking care of the bills, so everything's good to go.
Exactly, because a bill is a piece of paper or some other record that shows how much money you have to pay, how much money you owe. The most common types of bills that people get are for things that they don't actually get, but services that are given to them. Things like paying for your power bill, your electricity bill for your home or your business, your phone bill for using your cell phone each month, Maybe your internet bill. If you have cable TV or internet at home, you have to pay for that. Water bills, of course, because everyone needs water in their home. These things are there. You use them all the time. And every month or two, the company will send you something saying, hey, you've been using our water or electricity or whatever for a month or two. We would like some money, please. So that bill is basically a record of what you need to pay, or no more water for you, my friend. Anyways, back to the dialogue. Diane is there to pay her bills. People often do this, and they'll pay for 2 or 3 things at once just to make their life more convenient.
Yes, and so we have Diane, and she says, hi, my friend told me that I could pay my bills here. So similar to me, Diane has a friend who says, oh, you need to pay your bills? Go to the convenience store.
Exactly right. Now, she might have an actual paper bill that came by mail to her house. She opens the envelope, there it is, all the information and the money they need. Or these days, you often get an e-bill, and it will have the same information, and you can do it either way. That's correct, the clerk says. Just hand them to me, and I'll scan their barcodes. That's correct, you're right. You can pay your bills here. Just hand them or give them to me, and I will scan their barcodes. They have that special little machine with like red lights coming out of it. And on your bill, the paper one or the one on your phone will be a barcode, those black and white lines that the computer can read and get the information from. So yeah, you can either bring it on your phone or bring the paper one in your pocket. Both of them will tell the company or tell the store how much money you have to pay.
Yes, and so then Diane, it looks like she has 2 bills with her. She says, this one is my gas bill.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah.
Yes, and this one is for my credit card.
Ooh, that could be a big one.
Yeah, that can sometimes be a little bit scary because a credit card is a type of payment that you would use, and it is a card that you don't pay right away. So there are 2 types of cards in this kind of paying category, I guess. You have debit cards and you have credit cards. A debit card, as soon as you use it, it takes the money out of your account right away. So if you have no money in your account, you cannot use your debit card.
Right.
But a credit card pays for things on credit, which basically means it keeps track of what you are paying for and what you owe. And then at the very end of the month, you have to pay for all of it. So realistically, if you weren't careful, you could keep using your credit card again and again and again and again, and you might not actually have the money to pay for that. And then you could be in credit card debt, which would not be good. So yes, so a credit card, it doesn't take the money right away. It counts it all and saves it all, and then you pay it off at the end of the month.
Exactly right. Credit card bills can be scary because I think many people like me, you use the credit card to pay for expensive things. If you have the money in your pocket, you just use the cash. But if you're buying something expensive, credit cards make more sense. You don't have to carry all that money, but then at the end of the month, oh, I bought a new TV and plane tickets and a new pair of shoes, and and suddenly you look at all of this stuff. So be careful with your credit card. It's not magic free money. You just pay for it later, and sometimes you have to pay more later on. But this is companies like Visa, MasterCard, American Express. That's what we mean when we're talking about credit cards. So hopefully it's not too scary. We'll find out what the credit card bill is after our break.
For that one, you need to fill out the bottom part with the amount.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Don't worry. You just need to choose between the monthly minimum and paying off the whole amount.
I want to pay it off.
Okay, please check this box and write the amount.
Okay, we are back at the convenience store with our friend Diane. She is paying some of her bills for this month. A gas bill, which would be what, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $7,000, $8,000, not too much. And a credit card bill, which could be $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Depending on how much money she spent that month. Now, the gas bill is simple. You have to pay them exactly what they want because they're giving you a service. They're not going to say, oh, just pay us later. It's okay. But with a credit card bill, you don't have to pay the total amount. If you don't have that much money, you can kind of push some of it to the future, push some of it to next year. For example, she has to pay $40,000. She can do that and she'll be back at zero, which is good. Or she can say, well, I'll pay $20,000 this month and then $20,000 next month. It might actually be a bit more because if the credit card company is waiting for the money, they will say, okay, you can pay us later, but we need a little more money to make us wait. So you have to do it very carefully, and you have to pick the amount of money you want to pay because, like I said, you don't have to pay all of it right now this month. That's why the clerk says for that one, for the credit card bill, you need to fill out the bottom part with the amount. She can write the exact amount, and that's fine. The bill is done. Or she can choose to pay a smaller amount and then pay more next month.
Yes, and so the clerk is asking her to fill out the bottom part.
Yes.
So bottom is just the opposite of the top. So it is the lower half or the lower part of whatever it might be. So you could have the top of your foot and the bottom of your foot. You could have the top of the credit card bill, which might have the name and the amount, and then the bottom where you might fill out how much you actually want to pay and sign your name and all that kind of stuff. So just top, bottom, opposites. And so she says, oh, I didn't know that. Meaning I didn't know I needed to fill that out. But, you know, hopefully there's not a line behind her because it's not too big of a deal. It's something that she can still do.
Exactly. A lot of people pay their credit card bills with an app. In that case, it's easy. You just write in the amount of money on the app. But here you have to do it by pen on the bill. But the clerk says, don't worry, that's not a problem if you've never done it. If you've done it with an app, it's very similar with the paper bill. You just need to choose between the monthly minimum and paying off the whole amount. Remember that example I gave of a $40,000 credit card bill? That's quite a lot to pay in 1 month. That would be to pay off the whole amount. $40,000, here's $40,000. But you can also pay the minimum amount. Usually that's about 10% of the total. So again, if I owe $40,000 this month, I don't have $40,000. I'm sorry. I have to pay 10%, $4,000. That would be the minimum amount. If I don't pay that, I might get some phone calls from the company saying, where is our money? You didn't even pay the minimum last month. We're not happy. The minimum is the smallest possible, the lowest number possible. The simple way to think of this is the weather. Often in the morning, if you check the weather, it will give you two temperatures, 28 and 17. That will be the minimum. The low number will be the minimum. That's the lowest the temperature will go, maybe at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, it will be 17. The 28, the maximum, that's the highest the temperature will go, probably around 12 o'clock, 1 p.m., early afternoon. So the minimum is the smallest amount possible. But in this case, Diane wants to be a very good girl.
Yes.
A very good credit card user.
Yes, and so she says, I want to pay it off. And pay it off in this context just means I want to pay the whole thing. I don't want to have to keep owing money on it. And that can be used actually in anything that you might be buying a larger purchase. Like if you have a car, you might have a loan and you pay it off means you've paid it completely. Same with a house loan, anything like that. Pay it off means pay off completely.
There you go. Give all the money you owe, you're back at 0. All right, the clerk says, okay, sure, you can pay it all off. You can give them everything that they're asking for right now this month. Please check this box and write the amount. So she'll have to do a little bit of work with a pen, just writing in the numbers to make sure it exactly matches what she has to pay.
Yes, and we had this word check. So check is a verb. This word actually has many different meanings. Like one, you might say you're checking stuff. You're making sure something is correct.
I always check to make sure I have my keys when I leave the house.
Yes,
just
and you
very
might
careful.
Check that your name is correct, spelled correctly on the bill, and that you typed in or wrote in the correct number. Here we're using it as check, as in to make a mark. So there could be a couple different boxes that you have that are different options you can choose, and then you're going to check the correct one. And so you put some kind of mark. Some people put literally a check mark, which is like that.
Kind of looks like a 7 that fell over.
Yes, got too tired. Or it could be an X. Some people put an X. Some people just color the box. Those would all be counted as checking the box. You're making a mark in the box to select which choice you want to do. So here it probably says pay off or pay minimum. And so she had to check the box that said pay it all off.
There you go. So that is done, and she can get on with her day doing many other wonderful things, probably at the convenience store. She'll probably just stay there all day doing stuff. Thanks for joining us, guys. Maybe we'll see you down at the convenience store paying off a bill, or maybe just buying a bottle of tea like me. But take care of yourselves, and we'll see you back here very, very soon. Until then, all the best, and bing bong. That's the door. That's the convenience store door. Bye. Diane is taking care of her bills.
Hi. My friend told me that I could pay my bills here.
That's correct. Just hand them to me and I'll scan their barcodes.
This one is my gas bill, and this one is for my credit card.
For that one, you need to fill out the bottom part with the amount.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Don't worry, you just need to choose between the monthly minimum and paying off the whole amount.
I want to pay it off.
Okay, please check this box and write the amount.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 bill 名词账单。The boss will pay the bill after dinner. 晚餐后，老板会买单。下一个单字 credit card 信用卡。Larry lost his credit card this morning. Larry 今天早上把他的信用卡弄丢了。下一个单字 bottom 名词底部。Please sign at the bottom of the document. 请在文件底部签名。最后一个单字 check 动词打勾。Check the box next to your preferred option. 在你喜好的选项旁边打个勾。Preferred 指的是偏好的 ，option 指的是选择。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 hand something to somebody 把某物交给某人，意思相同于 hand somebody something。hand 是及物动词，指的是用手交递。我们来看看这个例句 I'll hand the documents to you during the meeting. 我会在会议中把文件交给你。下一个文法 fill out 填写，也可以说 fill in， 意思是一样的。我们来看看这个例句Please fill out this form with your personal information. 请填写这份表格，填入你的个人资讯。 最后一个文法 pay off something， 付清、缴清欠款，也可以说 pay something off。pay 的三态是 pay, paid, paid。我们来看看这个例句。Emma paid off her student loan last week. Emma 上周付清她的学贷了。Loan 指的是贷款。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Here's how to play. The host will be holding 3 cards. Each card will have 2 sentences containing a secret vocabulary word or phrase that has been replaced by the word bear. The host will read the sentences out loud for the contestants to guess. Whoever guesses first gets a point. The person with the most points wins. And you can play along too.
Hey everybody, I'm Carolyn.
I'm Stephen.
And I'm Kiki.
All right, are you ready to play the game?
Yes.
All right. Our first one is a verb and it's one word. Mark bared his book onto the floor. The temperature bears when the night rolls in.
Drops.
I heard Kiki first. It is drop or drops. So I'll read the sentences. Mark dropped his book onto the floor. The temperature drops when the night rolls in. Okay, let's go on to the next one.
Good job, Kiki.
Thank you.
Oh, so nice. Okay, the next one is a noun, and it's one word. Max fell and scraped his bear. He got on one bear and proposed to his fiancée.
Knee.
Yes, knee. I'll read the sentences. Max fell and scraped his knee. He got on one knee and proposed to his fiancée. How romantic.
Okay, we're tied.
1 for 1.
Here we
Okay.
go. This is
The last one is a phrase and
nerve-wracking.
it's 2 words. Sally likes to solve math problems, bear bear. This quiz is just bear bear and won't affect your grade.
for fun.
Yes,
She
for fun.
She likes to do what for fun? What's the first sentence?
I'll read the sentences. Sally likes to solve math problems for fun. This quiz is just for fun and won't affect your grade. All right, Stephen, you are our winner.
Thank you, but none of those things sound fun though.
That's true.
You want to solve some math problems? Yay! This quiz is so fun.